Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Jumps, throws, nicely done for the out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Cairo. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Liner, and this could be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Headed for the plate. The relay, the tag, and he's safe. And it's 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. It sounded different than most hits coming off the bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour, that's not an exit velocity you see very often. Very impressive.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Line to left. Hilliard makes the catch. To second with the throw. No chance to get back. It's a double play. 2 outs, base is empty. First pitch not close. Cairo, just 21 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2024. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Runner on the goal. Pitch is low. Throw to second. Save.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
And he dives in ahead of the tag. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Miguel Andujar. On the ground, right side, Estrada. Over to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting. So 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Thairo Estrada. On the ground, Cairo. They take the force out, and he has thrown 4. Clips the corner. It's 0-1. And a changeup clips the zone for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
In the air, right field. And that is that. 1 hit, 1 left. Top of the order. So a man at first, and the batter will be the shortstop, Cairo. He's got some power, no doubt. And the first offering is not close. Guerrero off of first with 2 away. The shortstop takes the ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That's a base hit. And now 2 aboard. Safe there, and we've got runners at second and third with 2 away.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat.
So it's second and third occupied. They go for the intentional walk. Base is now loaded, and there's a force at every base. So bases all loaded up. Now it's the right fielder, Miguel Andujar. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. And they put the tag on him for the out. They strike. Cairo had a great showing in the win. A 3-hit performance, including 2 extra. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Cairo will hit next. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. Late swing fouled off. Up and in, and 1-1. First and second, 2 down here in the second game of the series. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Vladdy coming around third. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. 2 outs, base is empty. Cairo in his rookie season, just 21 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last. Now this one is hammered way back there, on its way and gone, and we are tied. His 12th of the season, and we are starting over. It's 1-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
So the lineup flips over. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. Out to short, Cairo. Slings it across, and that will end the inning.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. In the air, left side. Hilliard makes the catch. And that'll do it. So 2 away with nobody on. Jacob Stallings now. Up the middle. Sneaks through. Base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And a base hit right there. One down. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Now snap throw to first, and he's back in easily. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes the other way. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Coming home. He'll score.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Nice job.
Cairo was a real bright spot despite the loss. Collected 4 hits. 1 of them left the park.
I'll tell you, I was excited every time he came up.
Greg Jones digging in for the Rockies. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Flips it behind his back. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. Next up, it's the first-year shortstop, Cairo. 4 for 4 last night. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. And the 0-1. There's a swing and a drive. Going back. Makes the catch up against the wall. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's a big power threat. Michael Toglia. On the ground, out to short. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Cairo, in his rookie season, just 21 years old. And he's been on a fantastic run at the plate, hitting. Oh, wow, what a stop. To his knee, the throw, and that's a nice play to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the shortstop, Cairo. And there's a hit. And a good start to the inning. Around first, heading for 2. Check that. He'll stop at first with a single after putting on the brakes. Ernie Clement getting ready to hit. Two now to 22. Runner on the go. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. Runner goes again. Tapped softly on the ground. Tovar throws to first in time. That's the first out in the top of the 7th. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And they lead by 4. Out to short. Cairo throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Cairo now at the plate. First pitch misses. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Here at the top of the 9th. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one. And now Teoscar Hernandez. On the ground to second, might be 2.
Tosses to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at-bat.
And first offering is fouled off.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Right side, Conforto. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Snell back to work. That's off the mark, and that's ball one.
Well, these Jays, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. It feels like it's been one first pitch out after another, and they've given up 8 outs on the first pitch alone.
Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. And a good start to the inning. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Runner breaks for third. Hit in the air, right field. Conforto pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Go-ahead run on base. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. 1-2 now. He's trying for third. Popped in the air. Left field. Brings it in. Throw comes into second. To second with the throw in. No chance. One down. Runners at second and third. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Not close with that one. Ball one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Hard hit left side. Whips it to first. And there's 2 down. Cairo with an unremarkable performance in the loss. And now for the Jays, Cairo.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games. With Glasnow pitching today, I think about how intimidating it must be to face this guy. He's not just a tall pitcher. He's a 6'8" flamethrower, and that's not a comfortable experience for any lineup.
One down, base is empty. This to third, and that's a fair ball. One down. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Righty delivers. Runner takes off in the dirt, blocked. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base.
Runner goes again. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. The run comes in to score from second, and it's an RBI single. It's 1-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
There's a swing and a drive. And in one hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. The relay throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already.
Runner, runner, runner.
Now a step off, and he's caught between the bases. To second. And Mookie digs in here. One down, base is empty. On the ground to the left, Cairo. The throw to first, and Betts is set down. Back here at Dodger Stadium. New inning getting started, and now for the Jays, Cairo. Treinen back to work. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, these Blue Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. One thing that really stands out is their chase rate. League average is around 30%, but they're at less than 20% right now.
Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Runner takes off, squirts away a little bit, and there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. Runner on the go again. Out to short. Betts zips it across. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Hernandez makes the grab. Runner tags from third. He'll score the sac fly, and they're up by 3. Back here in L.A., bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. On the ground, Cairo. Sends it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Cairo will hit next. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Ground ball could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. On to Hernandez. 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
First and second, 1 out. Max Muncy digs in now. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a ground ball. Guerrero to second. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And Cairo had a great showing in the win. Collected 3 hits in the game.
No question. He was a big piece of their success in this ball.
One down. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Cairo. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. That's out to center field. Outman snags it for the second out. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Cairo. Yamamoto back to work. Fought off foul.
Well, these Jays need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Tosses to first, and a quick out, number 1. 3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Up the middle, base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And the leadoff man aboard. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Cairo. Yamamoto back to work. That one fouled off. Next offering is in the dirt. Yamamoto into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Pitch count in great shape. It seems he might have a chance to finish it. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden...
And the batter now, Cairo.
Number 3.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one back onto the track, and he makes the catch. We see Pete Crow Armstrong now. How about this? Both of his parents are actors. Left-hand hitter waits. Out to short. Cairo. They get the force. Third out, but they go deep. 1 out, base is empty. Cairo, just 21 years old, and he's been on a fantastic run at the plate, hitting over 450 in his last 10 games. And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Outside, and a count 2-1.
1 strike.
Up the middle. Sends it to first. Awesome play there. Runner on at first with one gone. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Ground ball could be two. To Jimenez. Throw to first, safe. Yeah, that's fouled off. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So digging in, Ernie Clement. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Swing at a high fly ball left field. Happ makes the catch, and that'll do it. Blue Jays leave a pair. The lead remains 5. Cairo now at the plate.
Outside.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. Late with the swing there.
1-1.
That one fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. That one just missing inside, and it's a full count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. Blue Jays have just 1 out left here.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the home field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch.
1 out. Runner at second. Cairo digs in now. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Ball 1 there. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. That misses the zone. Ball 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Alejandro Kirk. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout.
Runner takes off. That's ball 4. And the throw out at third.
Yeah, I don't really get the logic right there of trying to steal third. You've got to count where that hitter's most likely going to get a pitch to hit or he's going to walk. One thing is you don't want to be a distraction in his eyes if it is a pitch to hit. Fortunately, it was out of the zone and it was ball 4, but you get thrown out at third base. So kind of counterproductive to producing a bigger inning and maximizing the runners on base. Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Coming home. He'll score. Cut off, throw to second, and he's out. Cut down. Runner at first with no outs here. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Well, these Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say their chase rate or swings at pitches outside the zone is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
And that's downstairs. And that's ball 3.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
He swings and fouls one off. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
So up next, Alejandro Kirk. The 0-2. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Andujar around third. The throw in. Save. In comes the run from second. It's 7-0. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. That one ripped. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags for home. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's 8-0.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Fought off foul. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and there's one down.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. But when you see it.
One down. And next for the Cubs, John Birdie. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And now 2 gone. And now for the Jays, Cairo. 3 for 7 in the series so far. Steele was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Man at second.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
Ripped on a line to center. Crow Armstrong makes the grab. 2 down. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Steele back to work. Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, these Blue Jays just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
That's too low. Going to count 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. His 13th home run of the season. It's 3-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
I'm excited to see that one again, but with the StatCast data, because that was a bomb. Oh, says he drove it out of here at 115 miles an hour.
I think
tosses to first, one up, one down. Two outs, base is empty.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle to first. That ends the inning. Man at first with one gone, and now it's Dansby Swanson. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, but he beats it. Good hustle, and the inning continues. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Ripped to short. Throw to first, ball game, and the Cubs win the rubber match of this 3-game series. Cairo had a good day at the office. Back now in Toronto. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Cairo. Swing and a chopper out to short. Gathered in by Seager. Throw to first. One up, one down. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Now it's Marcus Semien. On the ground out to short. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first, and not every shortstop can even make that play.
That one ripped right center field. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. One run across. The relay throw. Not in time. He's safe. It's 3-2. One out. Runner at second. Clement will hit next. Eovaldi checks the runner. Cairo back on a dive. That one the other way. Base hit right field. Around third. Here's the throw. He'll score and they tie it. It's 3-all. Nobody out. Runner at first. Cairo launched a homer in his most recent game.
Ball at That's inside.
Well, these Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
On the ground to third. There's one. Out. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry. And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Out to short, Cairo. They take the force out, and that will end the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Jays, Cairo. Rasmussen back to work.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. See you later. He'll circle the bases. It's 8-6. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ball game.
Here's Josh Young. Up the middle, Cairo. Tags the runner for 1. On the run, throw to first, and that is the ball game. Cairo had a sensational showing in the win.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special
And we're back. And here is Cairo.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
That one ripped. Way back there. And it's gone. His second home run of the series. It's 2-2. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
1 out, bases empty. On the ground to the left, Young. Throws to first in time. Man at first, 1 away. Win. A 6'2 righty, 190 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2018. That one way inside.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Center field, Perez has a beat on it. 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Cairo. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Cairo matched a homer in his last game. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Blue Jays go down in order as they cling to a 10-9 advantage. In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. With the tying run on at first, here in the top half of inning number 7. Nice stop. There's 1. And 2. What a play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Did a good job in the win. Just 1 hit, but it did leave the yard.
Definitely a strong game at the plate, Boog, and it's safe to say he made a difference for him. Nice job to help lift the team to a win.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the shortstop, Cairo. Malley back to work. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Cairo went deep in his most recent game. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well.
And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. And that one is lifted in the air. Perez settles under it and makes the catch. Runner tags at second.
The right fielder, Joe Springer.
Here's George Springer. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things different.
So a runner at third, 2 outs. Barker, the next to hit. Right side, hard hit. Gets it to first, and that is the inning. 1 out, base is empty.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The Blue Jays trailing by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And he grounds one to the right side. Simeon throws to first. Now 2 out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now the catcher for the Rangers, Kyle Higashioka. Higashioka with some impressive production lately. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Cairo. The flip. Nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Oh, he gloves it. Throw to first. What a play. Inning over. And here's the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. 2 outs. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Cairo. Throws to first in time, and that'll do it. Cairo next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 3. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score. Santander coming home. Relay to third. And they put the tag on him for the out. Back here at Rogers Center, and now it's Jake Burger to hit. Out to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Cairo with a valiant job in defeat. Knocked in 3 runs for them.
Can't say enough.
It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch coming your way next. First and second, 2 outs. Cairo will hit next. Knocked in 3 of their 4 runs in yesterday's game.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And just like that, they're out front. It's 3-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
And they take care of Reynolds for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Ground ball scooped up, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Hayes to first. That's the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz. On the ground to third. And it gets by him.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Well, pitcher's probably thinking he's a little late on that pitch, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed him up, not give him something off speed that he can handle.
Swing and a miss at a slider. And this gets away from Bart. Wild pitch, and into second moves the go-ahead run.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
That's a little bit low. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. That's back. And that one is out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 5-3.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park.
And now for the Jays, Cairo. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit. And he looks pretty locked in right now at the dig. Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
On the ground, could be two. Guerrero tossed to second. Back to first, and that is a double play. Cairo really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. 2 homers on the day. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch coming your way next. Here's O'Neal Cruz. Out to short. Oh, look at the stop. The throw, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
The effort from both players involved in this play just really stands out to me. I mean, you got the diving stop at short, which was outstanding, and how can you not love the hustle flying down the line? That's just great baseball at an extremely high level.
And now for the Jays, Cairo, coming off a big game last night with 5 runs driven in. Keller back to work. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Fought off foul. Fouled off. He was late. Lifted in the air, right field. Palacios under it, nabs it, and there's one down. Back to the top of the lineup, O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. The Jays would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes.
Yeah, and the clubhouse mood swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boo. Win this one, and they'll be feeling pretty good. lose it, and maybe some anxiety starts to set in.
On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, but he beats it. Good hustle, and the inning continues.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And a foul ball. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. And that is the third out of the inning. Nobody out. Runner at first. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Swing and a ground ball. Frazier over to second, and that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So 2 away with nobody on. Cairo now at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. Just missed. That one hammered center field. Cruz going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. No runs, no hits, no errors. Last half of the 8th coming up. Blue Jays 2 and the Pirates 1. Man at first. Up next for the Pirates, Josh Palacios. On the ground, 2 balls. Cairo to second. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double. Cairo had a rough go of it in this game.
This wasn't his finest hour, and he may be a little frustrated.
Cairo next up for the Blue Jays.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. More than an RBI per game over his last 10. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The shortstop takes the ball. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Edwards, the lead runner at second. Guerrero at first. 1 gone. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Line to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now. 1 down. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. The 2-2 now. Double play ball to second. There's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Santana back to work. And there's a ball. Some early action out there in the bullpen. Peter Strzelecki up and throwing. And that one is lifted in the air. Brings it in. And a quick out, number one. One-run game, one out, one on. Swing and a foul out of play. And that one missing low. Man at first, one away. Fair ball. Guerrero around second, headed for third. Lead runner holds at third, so two runners in scoring position and just one out. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Man, he looked a little tentative on that swing, almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his back down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play, have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
Next offering misses, and that's ball three. And they're all loaded up.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Swing and a pop-up. Polanco drops into the glove, and that's the third out. Back here in Pittsburgh, and now here is Cairo. Outside corner for a strike.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Tosses across the first. One up, one down. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. Out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. One up, one down. Cairo did okay for them in this one.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense.
And now the center fielder, Alek Thomas. Swing and a ground ball. One up, one down. And the batter will be the shortstop, Cairo.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
One ball, one strike.
And that is out of play. One out, base is empty. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one blasted deep to right. Sanchez going back on it. Pulls it in on the warning track. 2 outs, bases empty. Cairo, in his rookie season, just 21 years old. And he was a second-round pick in 2024. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So a man at first. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And a pitch. Runner takes off, squirts away a little bit. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. Two outs. Right side, Sanchez. Sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And that is that. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. Up by 3. It's 4-1.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
This one in the air, center field. Thomas. And that'll do it. 9 men come. Here's the second baseman, Graham Pauley. On the ground to the left, Cairo. On to first. That's the second out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Cairo stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Well, these Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've been able to get a lot of hitters on base today thanks to the 6 walks they've been gifted, and I would imagine the pitching coach is losing his mind over.
Now this ball splits the gap in right center. Around first and hustling for second. It's a double, and he's 3 for 4 tonight.
Everything came together for him. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Runner.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Norby. Now the tag at third, and they got it. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for Miami, Alek Thomas. Out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. One gone at the bottom of the 8th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Cairo really stood out. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the shortstop, Cairo. Perez back to work. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
On the ground to short. Not in time. He's safe. And they lead by 2. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. They get 2 and draw even again. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We are tied 2-2.
Now back, number 3.
First pitch misses.
1-0.
Ground ball left side. Sends it to first.
Yep, he's out.
And that is that. Blue Jays held in check. And this game is still tied at 2-2. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Jays, Cairo. The Blue Jays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here. Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Ball 1 there.
1 ball, no strike.
Inside, just missed.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
2-1.
And a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Runner on the go.
3 balls.
In the dirt.
2 strikes.
And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. This to third. Fair ball. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you. Just got to battle.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Tying run at the plate. Grounds 1 to short. Fired to second. And a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Cairo played okay, but not well enough to boost them to a win.
Not his best showing, but I hope.
First and second, 1 out. Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. Relay to Guerrero, in time, inning-ending double play. A run on 2 hits, and they lead 1. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Cairo, 4 for 7 in the series, so he's been good. Yeah, that's fouled off. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
On the ground, could be 2. The turn by DeVries at second. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Gathers and throws. It's there, and that's a great play. Man at first, 1 away. That one fouled off. Cairo, in his rookie season, just 21 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Foul ball there. Blue Jays down a run. Just missing there. And the count 1-2.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Set down on strikes. That's the first cutter we've seen today, and it was effective. 2 outs, base is empty. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. So, runner at second, 2 down. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Jump throw on the money. Nice play.
Pure athleticism on that one. In the air, legs split a bit, and fires across the dive.
2 on, 1 out. Cairo getting ready to hit. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Swings and misses, and that is strike 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A massive home run, and they add on. It's 6-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge not get.
It's the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And here comes Carlos Correa. Roll to short, possible 2-ball. Throw is low, and he can't pick it. And he's going to make it up to second base, as that's a 2-base error. Back here at Rogers Center, and the batter will be the shortstop, Cairo. Ober back to work. Swing and a foul out of play. Cairo matched a homer in his last game. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
One ball.
And that skips in the dirt.
Two balls, two strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. One up, one down. Runner at first with no outs here. Yeah, that's fouled off. Cairo, in his rookie season, just 21 years old. And he's been quite a threat lately with 6 homers in his last 10 games. Lewis goes to second for one, back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Third baseman,
Runner at second, 2 down. And that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
On the ground, right side. Takes it himself. That ends the inning, and they limit. And now for the Jays, Cairo.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
And it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. And he grounds one to the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. They limit the damage here. Cairo had a decent showing in this one.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be
Cairo next up for the Blue Jays. 2 RBIs last night. 2 of the 3 runs they scored in the game. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run! And they take the lead. It's 3-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, the intentional walk definitely backfired on them right there. And they thought they were setting themselves up for a better situation. But when you're coming to the plate in that spot, there's nothing you want to do more than make them regret pitching to you instead. And that feels great, and it definitely lights a fire under your teammates.
And he's safe at first.
Definitely a tough play, but he seems to have had a little trouble getting rid of it, and that made all the difference. With the speed running up the line, you got to be perfect, and right there, he just couldn't get it there in time.
That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. And that's a double. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind.
Runner takes off for third. The other way. Base hit. 1 run is in. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
Well done. Drives in the run. Totally tied up with that inside pitch. Got to it late and deep in the zone, but he got the bat on plane enough to fight it off the other way.
And that'll load the bases.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Ball four, and a run comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Dobnak back to work. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Buxton ranges back. Off the batter's eye and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 11-1. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
And first offering is fouled off. Outside. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. It's 14-1. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
And that one hammered way back there. Gone. Another homer. His fourth home run of the game. And they add on. It's 15-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a four-homer game, they're just so rare, they're so special, and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
Cairo really stood out in this win, left the yard. This is Willie Castro. Out to short. Boots it. Gets off a throw. Too late, and the runner is safe, and the misplay costs him. And now for the Jays, Cairo. Perfect at the plate last night. 5 for 5. Paddock back to work. That one is hammered right field. Way back there. Gone. Straight into the visitor's bullpen. He sends one out the opposite way. That's his 5th homer of the series. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Line drive, base hit. Coming around third is Jimenez. He'll score. An off throw to second, but he's in there easily. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Hauls it in to end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Twins nothing. Bases loaded, 2 down. Cairo was launching balls out left and right in his last game, hitting 4 home runs. Squirts away a little bit. No movement on the base. It's ball 1. Two outs. There's a swing and a drive. Buxton ranges back. Gone! Grand slam! Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 9-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. Out to short, Cairo. Slings to first in time.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
So 1 out, nobody on. Cairo next up for the Blue Jays. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Caught just shy of the wall.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
That one ripped. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's got a double, his 4th hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite.
Runner takes off. That one lifted to left. Ramos. Ramos makes the catch. Throw behind the runner. They've got him doubled off. So here's Christian Vasquez. Cairo was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. A 4-hit. It's the Milwaukee Brewers. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. Ground ball left side, could be two. To Jimenez.
Got him.
Over to first, safe.
No, he's safe.
Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the second. And now the shortstop, Cairo. Peralta back to work. That one is absolutely belted. Frelick ranging back. And gone! A solo shot. Homer number 25 of the year, and they're on the board. It's 3-1. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
Cairo up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Out front, rip foul.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Next pitch is outside. Hard hit to third. In plenty of time to first. And there's two away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. High fly ball on that one, curling foul down the right side. That one catches the zone. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Cairo swings through it for strike one.
0-1's the count.
And that one fouled off. One out, base is empty. Out to center. Makes the grab, and there's two away.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. So here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. And that one is lifted in the air. Springer. And there's one down. Cairo. So digging in, Joseph Ortiz. One down, base is empty. On the ground, Cairo. Handles, throws to first, and there's two away. Cairo getting ready to hit.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
And that one fouled off. Cairo launched a homer in his most recent game. And the 0-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
One ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
The shortstop takes the ball on Duhar. The runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Blue Jays held in check. We'll move to the 3rd. No outs. Runner on second. There's a swing and a drive. Freeland going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. Runner tags and goes to 3rd. Man at first, 1 away. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4.
He's out.
3, double play. And the inning is over. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Brewers 2. So up next, Cairo. They say you win.
0-1.
And a foul ball. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one ripped. Perkins going back on this one. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. And we're back. All set to start the 9th in this one. Up now for Milwaukee, Miguel Rojas. On the ground to the left, Cairo. On to first. 1 up, 1 down.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel.
Cairo with a less than great game in this one.
Well, I don't want to pile on a player.
Here's Yelich at the dish.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
On the ground to short, could be 2. Cairo over to second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Cairo digs in now.
I'm liking the power he's shown recently, averaging more than a homer a day over the last 5 games. That's just incredible.
Foul ball there. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. 1 out. Runners at first and second. The shortstop takes the ball.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Out in front and foul to the left side. And that's in for a strike. And the count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Guerrero, the lead runner out at second. Santander at first. 1 gone. Laser, base hit. Vladdy coming around third. He will score, and they take the lead. Save. And now second and third with one gone.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Freeland hauls it in, and there's two away. So two down, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. And now the 0-1. Out to short. A sliding stop at short. The throw, and they get the out. One out, bases empty. And that's fouled off. Cairo working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. Next pitch is outside.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
That's a ball.
Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. This to third, done. That's it out. Rhys Hoskins to the plate. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. There's one. That's a double play. The ball game is over. Cairo had a decent showing in this one. Singled and knocked in a run. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Labor Day baseball coming up on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Cincinnati Reds. Jon Sciambi and Chris Singleton on the call. Now the batter now, Matt McLain. On the ground, 2-ball. Steps on the bag for one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. So one out, nobody on. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Cairo.
Really bringing some thump at the plate lately. Serious power numbers over the last 10 games.
That misses the zone. 1-0. Cairo recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Check swing, no appeal.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Kicks and fires. That one fouled off. No score here in the second. That one ripped. Friedl makes the catch. And there's 2 away. 1 out, bases full.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swung on, belted. Back there. It's gone. Grand slam. And they jump ahead in the 4th. It's 4-2. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Throws to first in time, and that is that. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Josh Staumont.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
There's a swing and a drive. Steer going back on this one. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Cairo. His 4th inning grand slam looms large in this ballgame, partner.
I'll say that was a special moment. Bases loaded. Everyone in the stadium anticipating something big. Would it happen or not? And I tell you what, that grand slam for any major leaguer, that's something to remember.
One down, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And a 1-2. Out to short. Cairo. And that is the inning. So they even it up. 2 down. Go ahead run at scoring position. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And that's downstairs and outside.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 6-4.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run.
And now the designated hitter for the Reds, Rhys Hines. There goes the runner. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Makes the catch for the out. Cairo made a big contribution despite. So 2 down. Will Benson, the next to hit for the Reds. Out to short, Cairo. Throws across the diamond. That's the 3rd out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Cairo. A big part of the game yesterday afternoon as he knocked in 6. First pitch misses. Cairo was again named Rookie of the Month. Clearly a cut above the rest of the rookie class. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back there. Out by the power stacks and way gone. Home run. A towering shot to center. It's 3-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
And that is out of play. Santander aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab, and there's one down. Runner on at first with one gone. And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. Tied at 4. On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Tony Santillan.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric. Well, these Jays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged.
Now he launches a throw over his head. But no one moves up as it's backed up nicely there. Go ahead run on base. The tag and got him at second. And next for Toronto, Cairo. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
On the ground to short, De La Cruz. They take the force out, and that'll do it. 2 down, bases empty. And next is the designated hitter, Rhys Hines. At the belt and fires. Grounds one to short, Cairo. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 1 down, runner at 3rd. Cairo now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 12-5. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game.